Let's tell what you want for Christmas.
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
'Tis the season, boys and girls. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to New Comic Book Day. I'm Lorenzo. This is my Comics on Circumstances. And we do this every Wednesday. We talk about the books we picked up, the books we're looking forward to next week, and we throw in a couple reviews just for the heck of it. So how the heck are you, Circum? Oh, look at that.
Doing well. Really light week this week.
Ooh,
yeah,
it's a
man.
really light week. Oh my
Not
goodness.
normally that light, but I'll take that price tag, especially with all the Christmas presents I gotta buy.
Oh, that's
Bought
what's happening.
2 more tonight, and pretty much done now, actually.
Did you hide them well?
Well, they're ordered. So
Oh, okay.
Mailed them gift wrap.
Awesome. So yeah, I used to look for my presents. I usually would find them too. You know, I was like under the bed. They didn't get real creative. Like, oh, I'm looking under the bed. You know, I was playing for them like a week beforehand. Like, just nobody knew that I knew what was coming. Yeah. So
ours are right under the tree, so they're just right out now.
Oh well, they're already wrapped though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. See, mine went wrapped to the last minute. Like, you know, I just put them on the bed. You know, you won't look there. Your dog's bucket. You know? I mean, so this show's brought to you every week by the Alternative City Shop. And
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that I call CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Boom. Get over there and get you some gear.
Yeah. I know money is tight right now because, you know, like you said, you ain't the only one that's got to be buying presents right now. So I feel you.
You see my present. I love my present.
I know you probably slept in it, haven't you? You haven't taken it off since last week.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much my new identity. You know, is this happening?
Hey, yeah, you were the part of the Order of St. George. Yeah, so I was able to. We was talking about before the show. I did catch up on a couple of titles this weekend. I caught up on House of Slaughter. I can't wait till you catch up so we can talk about that. And also on Grimm. So that whole catching up weekend, catch up Saturday is working out real nice.
Yeah, I'm only 2 issues behind on House of Slaughter, but yeah, I need to get them read. I was working on getting caught up on Hulk, and yeah, I need to get on that one.
Yeah. I see what you mean about the whole bait thing. I kind of get bait more so than I dislike the writer, because I was looking at who was writing that arc. I was like, oh, it's a different person that wrote the previous arc. That was the one with the Bouchers. The butchers.
That one was interesting.
Yeah, that one was good. I bet this is the person that wrote the previous one before the Bouchers. I could be wrong about that, but I just didn't. We'll talk about it whenever it happens. Let's shout out the chat, see what these folks are doing out here. We got Pocan Joe. Damn, Pocan Joe, how you doing, sir?
Pocan? What up, Pocan Joe?
It's my Mississippi accent coming through. Yeah, try not to let it show too much, but sometimes it comes through. And then there's Larry Love with his tea time. Yeah, I got mine. You get yours. Awesome. Comic Bookworm, Naman, good to see you, sir. Merry Christmas and/or Happy Holiday, or Happy Kwanzaa, or Hanukkah just ended, or whatever's coming up. Festivus for the rest of us. Whatever you shoot, or whatever you choose to worship or celebrate. And I love you, Janet. Hey, Trev. What's up? Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. and Hooked on Juno. Hooked on Juno. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So hey, that's everybody, I think. Unless I missed someone. Man, week before Christmas and all through the house. All that jazz.
Hold on. Is the war on Christmas started yet? Are we doing that this year?
The war on Christmas?
Yeah, is that a thing this year?
The war on Christmas never ends in some folks' minds.
Yeah.
It's just an ongoing thing. It's
Well,
always
Merry
a war on
Christmas to
something.
everybody. I don't know if the war is happening or not, but
Yeah.
definitely Merry Christmas.
No harm in saying Happy Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas, as they say in the UK, I think. So, yeah, Merry, Merry, Merry. You know, going back to that Bad Santa clip. I remember once when I was in Chicago, I was visiting a guy that was kind of like a work friend or co-worker of mine, and and we mentioned, I don't know how it was like 4th of July, so I don't know how the conversation got to Christmas, but I mentioned that Bad Santa was one of my favorite Christmas movies, and his wife almost wanted to put me out of the house because of that. Man, she was like this hardcore Christmas person, like, Bad Santa, what are you talking about? That's a terrible movie. Yeah. Just have sense of humor, lady. I'm just joking. I also like Scrooge.
Is that how she
Worse.
sounds, really?
Kind of. You know, uptight people sound when they talk. They just get all squeaky and stuff, like, because they're squeezing air out of their butts as they talk.
With Bill Murray?
That's okay too, but the actual Scrooge, this is a 1950s movie starring Alistair Sim of an adaptation of a Christmas Carol. I love A Christmas Carol because it's just such a story of redemption, and everything. Because shows that behind every curmudgeon, I guess there's a reason that they are that way. That's my actual favorite Christmas movie. But I do have a spot in my heart for Bad Santa too, because I worked retail. And I've been in situations where people want to talk to you on your lunch break, because you only get 30 minutes for your lunch break, folks. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but you gotta, it's like, go. You gotta be back in 30 minutes exactly, or you're gonna get docked. So people have time to like talk to you about nonsense when they're having their 30-minute lunch break. And we have to like go get food, come back, eat the food, and get back to your post before that's over. So we usually watch Janet and I usually watch Bad Santa every year, or every offer, and I'll watch Scrooge if I can find it streaming somewhere. They put a lot of stuff behind the paywalls now, so it's hard to find. Like,
yeah, I think it was PlayStation. We might have talked about it, but if you had purchased Discovery TV content on PlayStation digitally, let's say you bought the first season of some Discovery show, you lost access to it because PlayStation lost licensing with Discovery Channel. And so even though you purchased to own it, you actually don't own it. You only own licensing rights. So if the entity you bought it from loses licensing rights, you lose ownership, which is
exactly
making me really rethink the fact that we got rid of all of our DVDs and all of our physical media, because this idea that we have this connection to this media online is not necessarily always going to be there. In fact, it could be entirely cut off. You think you own it? No, you don't actually own it.
Man, that's the thing. Even though you paid good money for it and they told you that you own it. So yeah, I mean, that's the way possession of things is going to get real down in the details. Even though you own a new computer, you can't repair it, because Apple says so, because that's their proprietary IP or whatever, and it's too complicated for you. It's the complication that makes it proprietary, So those people are trying to repair those stuff. So there's like scoundrels trying to take our IP from us. So only we can do it. And it's the same thing with licensing of stuff like movies and music. I'm starting to buy my DVDs again. I had to get rid of a lot of stuff to when we moved, But I got rid of all the CDs, but I have them on my computer. So, and I'm not relying on a streaming service, but I still got a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays, because a lot of movies just disappear. I mean, they'll just sit on them.
They really do.
Yeah. I mean, nope. Y'all buy it. I'm going to sit on it until I'm able to make some money off of it, So
But it's one thing to have subscription to Netflix and lose access to a movie because Netflix. It's a whole nother thing to be like, all right, I'm buying this. I own it now.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I don't actually own it. That
Yes.
was a new revelation to me. It's like, okay, we should not be relying on this digital media online and just relying on us always having access. If you have these things, I was thinking if it all went to shit, right? If we lost the internet for whatever war or whatever it may be, imagine the value of comic books would shoot up. The value of your DVDs would be astronomical. This physical media would be once again just so valuable. And I realized, man, I really wish we wouldn't have gotten rid of. My wife actually got rid of them, and I wish she wouldn't have.
Of course. Wives and moms drive us to getting rid of stuff like that. So yeah, totally, man. I'm reassembling getting the band back together as far as stuff that I want to have. I got a copy of the Blues Brothers the other day because that's always like it'll be somewhere for like a little bit and it'll disappear, then it'll come back. That's one of my favorite movies. So I don't have a copy of that movie. I'm gonna get that. I got one for $5 on eBay. So I'm getting the hard copies back. I just don't trust them, man. Don't trust them.
What's up, Phil?
There's a couple of Phils in the crowd.
Yeah. Never enough Phils.
We are never short on Phils. Thank goodness. Hello, gentlemen.
What's up, homies? Good to see you. Merry Christmas.
Yes. And a Happy New Year.
And Powerhouse
Entertainment.
Comic Part is coming up here shortly.
Oh, you did not. Oh, you are just in time. We're just shooting the breeze here. Nothing major has happened.
Is there anything? We had Jonathan Majors is out, which I'm bummed about. I was really excited about him as Kang and Victor Timely. The Loki stuff is by far my favorite stuff happening.
By far.
Nothing even comes close to it post Endgame, really. And so to lose all that is really a huge bummer. But hopefully they can piece it together because the stuff that they're doing with Loki is where it's at, man.
Sure.
It's where it's at. And
that they can never take from him, Terrence Howard will always be the first roadie. But hey, there you go, but just nobody remembers him after a while, But to respect to Terrence, I think Mr. Majors did a much better job as Kang than he did as but it wasn't written as a really major character. The first roadie was kind of like an incidental character, not like he was going to become this major character, which he did. But
he'll be back. Majors will be
absolutely
back.
Absolutely. It's not a end for him.
Tour. I think somebody in one chat said he'll go on The View. He'll do his. He'll take some time and he'll come back, do his rehabilitation tour. And I think he'll be fine. And maybe when maybe he gets back to where he could have, because he was on his Denzel Washington run, right? It felt like he was.
That was it. Yeah.
He was the new thing, and it was between him and Denzel's son. Actually, now Denzel's son is the man. Give what's his name? I forget his name.
What is his name? I knew he was in that
movie. He was in that movie with Adam Driver and about the KKK. What was that movie called?
Black Klansman?
Yeah, he was the other guy in that. That was Denzel's son.
Okay, yeah, he's good. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, he'll be back. I mean, it's not the end of far from him. He's already rich. He's made a ton of money from the movies he's been in. And all he's got to do is wait for the heat to die down. What are you gonna do? It's like,
and be careful, kids. It's I'm gonna stress this with my kids. Who you mess around with is really important, man. If you're messing around with someone and they're recording your conversations, it's time to move on, man.
That's never a good sign. Yeah, we didn't know.
If you feel like you got to record each other's conversations, it's time to wrap it. It's wrapping it.
Yeah. And if I know, he's a rich guy, so he really should have done it. If somebody snatches your phone and hey, let him have it. You can have that shit. That's your phone now. I'm gonna go find my iPhone.
Well, I mean, he was
that phone up.
I mean, in the context of the relationship, I don't know, but he was probably had some other women texting him. He was trying to hide it from her.
And in the eyes of a 6-person jury, you know, he's a philanderer, and he snatched her phone. He hurt her finger, and he slapped her too. Oh no, lock that motherfucker up. You know, that's the way it's going to be. You know, and you just
I
got to
don't
make.
think he'll get locked up. I mean, he could get up to
He
a
probably
year, but
won't.
he's not going to get jail.
Probably won't. But you never put anything out of you know, out of possibilities here. You know, so probably
Exactly, Phil. If you're recording conversations, you guys are not on the same team, right? That is a fundamental. We are not on the same team. We are litigants. We are plaintiff and defense, you know, and that's just
Yeah.
not the right setup. What up, Damien? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through.
Hey, what's up, Damien?
And there's Beckerman. Merry Christmas to
My God,
Beckerman.
they're all coming so fast. I can barely keep up. There's oh my God, there's Travis, Miss Beckerman. Hey, Beckerman. Man, I'm watching. I was thinking back. I think of wrestling. I'm catching up on the world of wrestling. I'm watching the Dark Side of the Ring every Saturday night. So I'm trying to. There's some really interesting stories in that stuff, man.
I love behind the scenes wrestling stories. I find them super interesting. I like the real stories going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Joe had a comment I was gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Silent Night. Did I miss that?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one too, but I'll definitely check out your review.
Yeah,
check out
absolutely.
Pocan Joe for that review.
Yes,
I'll be checking it out.
Let us know, Joe. Let us know how awesome it was. Yeah, I'll check that out. I miss a lot of stuff, especially DC stuff.
Okay,
for some reason. I don't know.
All right, Mojo's here now, so okay, we're good to start.
Whew, man. All right, thank God we're waiting on you, brother. Good to see you. Let's go. Hit the ground running now. All right,
we got Travis. What up, TM Nerdy? I didn't
yeah, we saw Travis. Yes, fun times. Hey, it's Christmas trees and all kinds of good stuff going on here. 'Tis the season. You did miss the wonderful Bad Santa intro, though, Mojo. So, yeah, catch a replay for that. So that's awesome.
And in the chat, while we're getting up, you know, what is your go? You can only name one. I don't want to see 20 movies in the chat. You got what's your go-to Christmas movie? I want to see it in the chat. My answer,
think about it.
Scrooged. It's definitely Scrooged.
See, I already gave mine. It was actually I gave two, but I don't care. I'm giving two. A Christmas Carol by Alistair Sim, made in 1950 something, and it's also
breaking rules.
My rules are meant to be broken. Breaker of Chains, Mother of Dragons, and also, of course, the immortal Bad Santa, which is. Yeah. Bad Teacher too. Bad Teachers are good. When we go talking about bad movies, you know, with the word "bad" in them. With who was that? God, who was the blonde lady whose name escapes me right now? Cameron Diaz. Yeah, she's like this really badass teacher.
Elf is a popular choice. Beckerman going with the Gremlins is a Christmas movie. That's a
I say.
One.
Mojo says Die Hard. Yes, it does count.
The annual Die Hard argument. Gotta love it.
Here comes the Die Hard now. Janice.
I think the argument is over. Die Hard counts. Whether you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie or not, it counts. It's
Elf, yeah. It is. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, if it's got Christmas stuff in it, it can be a Christmas movie. If you watch it at Christmas, it counts. Yes, it does. And 80s guy's going with an oldie but a goodie too, like mine, which is now behind paywalls everywhere. Used to play like 50 times. Favorite. It's such a good movie. I mean, I can't help it. You know, at the end, is it bad that I cry at the end of It's a Wonderful Life every time? It's such a great movie. I know I'm not going to cry this time. Not gonna. Oh, okay. Resident 76, Die Hard 2. I guess that was a Christmas movie too. All right now.
Abe's Uncontrollable Christmas. I'm not familiar with that one. Is that some Canadian business?
Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas from Community. Oh, it's from the TV show Community, yeah. Which is I have to finish. I haven't. Yeah, that's a good show. I've only seen like a few episodes of it, but every episode I've seen has been awesome. That's with Donald Glover, and for a while Chevy Chase and this other dude who I forget was also a star of it. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in that show. Yeah, good one, Travis.
TM
All right.
just killing me with the double negatives. I'm not sure what he means with these double negatives here. Damien going with the animated Grinch. This TV special, not the movie. Nice.
Ah, the animated Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Is that the one?
Got a new entry. Debbie Does Dallas is a Christmas movie. Interesting choice from 80.
I don't, back in the old days, like the 80s, pornography used to have themed, like takeoffs, like 9 to 5, 8 to 4. It was the porn version of that. So I guess I've never known a Christmas themed porn movie though. But hey, what do I know?
Imitation of Life, the 1934 version, which is
Oh my God.
Interesting.
Debbie Does Dallas. Oh, okay. Was still in the North. Wow. Imitation of Life. Oh my God. Was that a Christmas movie, Larry? I know what you're talking about, man. A lot of people might not know about that one. Oh man, that's a deep cut, my brother. That's up on Imitation of Life, Marcus.
No, I have no clue about
that. Oh man. Basically, I think if I haven't seen it in years, I think it was basically about this. It was not about a lot more than that, but this black woman who was, I think she was trying to pass, as they used to do back in the day, because she was lighter skinned, and she was like turned her back on her family. I think it's been a long time since I saw it, so I have to see it again. But man, that's like blowing the dust off some stuff, man. You're making me think, Larry. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure there's lots of, candy cane, double entendres that would probably work in such a thing, but I don't know.
Mentioning a movie from 1934 has me thinking about this thing that I saw. And these kinds of things always get to me because I'm just amazed at how old I am. But it said the distance between 2020, it's the distance between 2023 and 1980 is the same distance between 1937 and 1980, which is just crazy to me to think a kid born now is I'm the equivalent of something that old to them. Is pretty crazy to me, man.
I know. I mean, to young people like in their 20s, man, I'm just like a mummy. It's just like a living, walking mummy.
I remember in 6th grade, it was 5th grade, one of the teachers having their over the hill, because remember 40 used to be over the hill. It's not really 30. Over the hill, and that's not really a thing anymore, is it? Over the hill at 40.
But I remember they just call you cringe. He's cringe.
Yeah, they were having and I remember being amazed at like the thought of being 40, and now here I am, and it's like life comes at you quick, man. Slow but
quick and with a flurry. Yes. And I was thinking, that would probably be some bad intel there, Travis. Yeah.
Inshallah.
And click on everything that comes up. Yes. Everything that comes up would be safe to click on. Yes. But yeah.
Inshallah, Damien. God willing. Hopefully, I feel like, a good 80. I'll go for a good 80 years. That works for me. Hey, I'm not asking for more than that.
I'll take whatever I can get, but 90 sure look good. The mid 90s, man, that's a good run. But see, after you hit 90, that's when it all shuts down. After all, it's pretty much just like, yeah.
My wife's grandma's in her 90s, and
yes. I don't see any 90-year-old guys out there playing softball, but I could be the first. Who knows? Anyways, I know it is. We don't talk about. I like that. 1999. Yeah. Also was one of the best Prince albums too. For all you Princeophiles out there. Yes. Love that. All right, let's get to these books. I tell you, it must be a slow time this time of year because like last week was pretty slow. This week was I'm looking for like, whoo, man, I had to dig real deep for a penultimate book this week, man. It was not a whole lot to choose from. Look at
How many
this.
books did you get from the pull list this week?
I'm gonna send this man some free stuff. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right.
I always thought I would be heavy set. Honestly, when I was younger, I was like, because everybody in my mom's family is heavy set, and I just always thought, I'm probably gonna be, and I like to eat too. So I really thought I was going to be heavy set. Didn't turn out. So I look way better than I thought I would. That's for sure.
Well, you were a ball player for a while, right? You were on the football team.
I was an athlete, lifted weights.
That's right. Letterman. Getting all the chicks back in the day.
Power lifter.
Oh, look at you, man!
Back in my day, let me tell you what.
Back in my day, I rode the bench on the baseball team. So there you go. That's the closest I came to stardom.
Well, that's why I quit basketball. I was like, I quit basketball because I got tired. I didn't play basketball in high school because I got tired of riding the bench.
Oh, yeah, I know. But the thing about it, when I was going to school, you played any sport, they would, when you played baseball, they would give you like a free pass. I used to get like a free pass to Wrigley Field back before assigned seating was a thing. So that's how I became more of a hardcore Cub fan. Live on the South Side. Like really, if I stick out the season, they give me a free season's pass to the Cubs. Okay, you can't. Yeah, that was awesome. All right, so let's talk about these said books that I picked up here. Let's do the thingy. Hey, get better at this. All right, first thing, Doctor Strange. I love this Alex Ross cover here. This is
surprised you haven't dropped this book yet.
He's one of my boys. Before I have to read it before I drop it. I'm glad I didn't drop Grimm or Slaughter either because I love both of those. Well, I like the Grimm part a little better. But
I'm gonna Slaughter through the good and the bad. Good, bad, and the ugly. I'm on it, dog.
Yeah,
that's just one of those books I'm attached to.
That's from our guy. Yeah, that was a cool cover. And this is one you were talking about from Marvel.
I was tempted by that. I decided not to get this one, but it was that cover's nice. I like that cover.
Because it was a slow week, I picked it up. Like if it had been like about 12, 15 book week, it wouldn't have made the cut. But the cover, I think this is Stegman. I want to say it's Ryan
Stegman. I almost got this and
Gleason?
the 1 in 25. I almost snagged them both.
Ooh, you want to spend a bunch of money.
I counted. Yeah, I saved it myself. I was like, man, I still got some Christmas presents to buy. Let me chill out.
Yeah. You turn into a comic book. Here you go, son. Here's a comic book for Christmas. Like, what is this, Dad? Your wife looks you real crazy too. Like, it ain't gonna work. The Incredible. It's the Incredible Hulk. I'm caught up on this, and you caught up on it too, so you know what's happening with this. So that's awesome.
I've read this one too. Yeah.
How about that badass transformation in the previous issue, though, man? You see what I was talking about?
Cool. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. God. I liked his fight with Man Thing. I always want to say Swamp Thing, but yeah, his fight with Man Thing was interesting. How they, because I don't know much about that character, so that was a little bit of an introduction to me. So yeah, I like that book.
And I was also surprised that I didn't realize. I thought Swamp Thing came out first, but Man Thing was first. So I was going to say, Man Thing just copied Swamp Thing, but no, quite the opposite. So Man Thing is was the first.
Damien,
the original.
I looked at the price of that X-Men. I think it was $5.99. I'm pretty sure because I was looking at it hard.
Look at it hard.
I was like, do I want?
They did jack it up. They did jack it up, and I promise you, it's full of ads too. So they jack up the price, they fill it up full of ads, so they get their money back on ads, they get their money back from us, and it's a crapshoot whether or not the book will be good. So God bless Marvel.
Yeah, I passed because I'm not an X-Men. I was like, I'm not an X-Men guy. Maybe this can be a little place for me to jump in and dabble with it. But I decided not.
Cover horror, they got me. You always get me with that, This is a book that came out a couple weeks ago, but I won't get it from my comic shop for another probably till early next year. I just couldn't wait. This is one from David Lapham. I think his Lapham, his wife too, is writing and drawing this. This is Under Heist. I love this stuff from those people. And they make some good books.
I didn't know that, Damien, but that's interesting.
They do. Yeah, they do. We're the creators of Swamp Thing, and I did not know that. If that is true, that would make a lot of sense. Somebody leaked it to somebody else, or somebody stole from somebody else. So it's clear. What Alan Moore, and who was the other creator of Man Thing? Howard the Duck creator. Is that the same person?
So it says Lynn Wayne and Bernie
Lynn Wayne.
Wrightson
Yes.
created Swamp Thing in 1971.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later. Oh, wait, no, that's still him.
No, Swamp Thing couldn't have come first. So I got some bad intel. I don't know. Anyway, work on that assignment. That's yours. Get to the bottom of that case. Geiger, Ground Zero, number 2, up 2, even. Lynn Ween. I always said Lynn Wine. I think it's Lynn Ween. As in Happy Halloween. Lynn Ween and Jerry Conway.
Man Thing was created by Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway, and Gray Morrow. And also in 1971.
Someone, I think, may have gotten screwed out of those rights too, if I'm not mistaken. There was someone who was I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my stories mixed up. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
I ain't one to gossip.
I ain't one to gossip. You ain't hear from me. Yeah. Not only that, but many times I
don't have facts to back.
So Damien, if those were the roommates, then they are the two separate creators of those two, and they did get created in the same year. So that makes sense that they just had the same idea and went to the different companies with it.
Yeah, they're two very similar characters. The more you know. Red Light, number 2, about these flesh and blood AI sex workers. That was kind of repulsive in some ways, and I guess kind of fascinating in other ways, and sad in other ways. It's enough to make me buy the second issue, so we'll see how it goes. Rumpus Room, number 4 of 5. 4 or 5. This has been very good. I think you're going to do a trade on this, right? So I think
I missed out.
Trade.
But I love the writer, so I wish I hadn't missed out. Really.
Yeah, that's Mark Russell. Yeah. Rare Flavors. These books are so thin though, but they don't have advertising in them like Marvel books, which is like almost 50% advertising. So that's probably why. But what is contained within these pages though is quality though. So this is a little late coming out, I think, number 3 from Ram V and Philippe Andrade. Excellent book, love it. Plot holes. This may be the last of the plot holes, or maybe it's an ongoing. I don't know. I gotta find it out. But plot holes have been very good too. You got to catch up on this. I'm all caught up on this one. One of the few that I am caught up on. And what looks like the last book is The Deviant, number 2. That in the mode of Bad Santa. It's a not so traditional Christmas book from James T. So that's going to do it for all that stuff, man. All that jazz. Don't you know?
No.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Jose. Yes, in fact, hopefully by next, not next week, the week after. So like the first week of, don't have a calendar handy, but the first week of January on a Friday or Saturday, whenever works for my son here. So once you okay with the missus, then we'll go forward with whatever day is available. Just never assume. Never assume. Because they may have something planned for you. That first Friday or first Saturday of the new year. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I figure I could just cram. I got an idea of what I'm going to name as my top books, but it's either a top 10 or a top 12, depending on how many good ones there are. Sometimes I have to make it a 12 because I just can't leave certain books out. And I'm going to
Okay, so it
books
would
out.
probably need to be Friday because Saturday is my wife's birthday. Insurrection Day.
Ooh,
It's my wife's
Insurrection.
birthday.
That January 6th too.
Insurrection Day is my wife's birthday.
Awesome. That's gonna be a real holiday at some point. Yeah, definitely Friday then. Most definitely be Friday. So Friday, folks, January 5th.
I think we did this last year where I planned it
Uh-oh.
on her birthday and then we had to reschedule it. Is that
Earthquake.
I think we did have to reschedule it last year because we scheduled it on her birthday and I realized that wasn't going to work or something happened. Can't remember.
Yeah. So that's when it's going to be happening, my friend. So be there and be square. I know I will be. Both. All right. So all right, let's jump into the reviews because I'll tell you, the previews for next week, man, are kind of slim pickings once again. So let's get these reviews going. Get all this stuff. See, the StreamYard's interface is much more linear. It's cool, but it's just like I gotta move. I gotta get used to moving stuff around and stuff like that. So. Yeah, I mean, the stuff is like all in one row. Was like with Ecamm was like broken down into panels that were separate, kind of like Photoshop. It does your thing, but what are you gonna do? This works best right now, so that's in the past. I'm not here to talk about the past. I am here to talk about these books that I reviewed, and among them is Somna from the two ladies who are so very talented, from Becky Cloonan and Tula Lote. Oh man, they can both write, they can both draw, and they just nailed this book, man. Let me tell you. So here's the thing. Somna is definitely an adult. If you had not guessed it, it's an adult book. And it takes place back in it looks like it doesn't say Salem, but it looks like it's the Salem witch trial days. And this woman has this husband who is just a douche nozzle. He is just the worst of the worst. He's one of the people that are driving the witch trials, right? And she's constantly having these dreams, erotic dreams involving a dark stranger. And she wakes up, panting and making sounds and stuff like that. And the husband's like, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? You're not consorting with the devil, are you?" No. She's like, "Okay." So, and he's just the most terrible individual. She tries to show him affection and everything, and he's just like, "What are you doing, woman? I got witches that need burning out there, So I got stuff that's important to do." He literally wants her to come to the witch burning that he's probably has just been a judge of that very same day, and she's like, "No, I ain't gonna make it," And it's just like this ball. It's like a ball game, man. Everybody's crowds around the witch, and they burn it. And like, yay, people can be so brutal. So she's hanging out with her girlfriend, who was also did not go to the witch burning ball game thing. And they're talking about different stuff, like, "Oh, that poor woman that got burned, yeah, I know." And you see her husband, her husband's kind of hot. I had to give me some of that, She's like lusting after the woman's husband. I would say she's not cold yet, but she got burned, so she's gonna be a while before she gets cold. But the woman's not even, long dead, and she's already lusting after the woman's husband. So it's gonna be apparently some drama involving her friend and clearly her husband is just the worst of the worst. So this is and the artwork, man. I mean, I could barely show. It's not pornographic, but it's definitely adult content for sure. But you probably get that just by just by the cover alone. Yeah, Jose, it's incredible book, and they switched from Tula's art to the other lady's art, Becky Cloonan's art, just like without warning, and it'll be like maybe she'll wake up, she'll go to sleep, and it'll be Becky drawing it, and then she'll wake up and it'll be Tula drawing it. So it goes back and forth between who the artist is. It is so cool. I love it.
I didn't know. So I bought that book, and of course it was explicit content, so I had to peek into it. I haven't read it, but I did peek at it. And I did see the two different art. I didn't know that it was two, so I thought Tula was switching her art styles. So that's information to know that it was not Tula switching; it was them going back.
Yeah, it was them going back. They're two very different and very awesome art styles, and they just play off each other so well. And man, I love it. What's our Willie? What's up, Willie? What's up, brother? Merry Christmas.
Survive. What up,
We'll paraphrase. I will paraphrase some shit.
Thanks for stopping in last night for FOC and Chill, where we answered the very important question, Lorenzo.
Yes.
How much money would you need to make a year for your job to suck one dick a week? So 52 dicks a year. It was Lady Fantastic. Always an interesting conversation she brought, and that was one of her work conversations that she brought to FOC and Chill. So, what is your number? I decided that
Lady Fantastic brought this question to the table.
It was a coworker brought it to her, and then she brought it, and obviously she said that's plenty. 100,000 100,000 a year. 52 dicks. I will definitely do that. I'll work overtime and just get my dicks out of the way early in the year. That was her attitude.
Let's just get them all 52 of them out of the way. Let's get them out of the way right up front. Right away.
Obviously, going against your sexual preference changes things. So if she were to go against her sexual preference and make it vaginas, she would be $300,000 a year. And my price was for a woman for 52 vaginas a year, I need about 75, maybe 65,000 a year. I'll do vaginas once a week.
65K?
Yeah, 65,000. Yeah.
Oh, that's a low bar, bro. You're taking pleasure out of it. Okay,
I love women, dog. You know what I'm saying? I love women.
Now, see,
65 is plenty. I should be paying you for this job, baby. But if it's a man, I'm gonna need Shohei Ohtani money. If you're asking me,
that's what I'm talking about.
If you're gonna ask me to suck one dick a week, I need Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, I mean, as terminally heterosexual as I am, I'm just such a square hetero guy. I just can't. I mean, I'm very pro gay people, but I am. Oh, very pro. Absolutely, do your thing, baby. But it just ain't my thing,
This is how I know it's not a choice, right? Being gay is not a choice, right?
Thompson style. It's out, Ain't nothing happening. Ain't enough money.
I've never looked at a dick. I've never looked at a dick and just like, man, I'd really, I've never had to fight the feeling because it's not a choice. It's not a choice, guys.
I know, right?
You either want it or you don't want it.
But JJ's for free. I know, right? It depends on whose it is. The 80s guy, I don't know, man. That could be a task too.
These details are obviously going to be worked out in the contract. Is it 52 different dicks or is it the same dick? Obviously, there needs to be STD tests involved. I mean, obviously,
that's what I'm saying. Oh God!
Check out the replay of FOC and Chill last night if you're interested in that conversation. All right, back to the book.
So I'm gonna guess just out of the blue that y'all never got around to the FOC part again.
There wasn't. FOC is December 25th. It's Christmas, so there was like 9 total books on the list. There wasn't really much.
Yeah. But I see what you say. I don't know. Maybe just with this. Wow, I'm stunned. Yeah. I mean, good on. That's a good question by Lady Fantastic. I have to admit, I would never have thought of that. I mean, what would it take? What would it take to make you suck a dick? I don't. I never thought of that. Perhaps not even one of my worst dreams. I have some pretty weird dreams sometimes.
I love how Damien's really.
You never know.
I love how Damien's really trying to hammer down the details here. I need, I'm really trying to figure this. We're trying to take this thought experiment all the way. I need. What kind of contract are we building here?
Oh no, he has an analytical mind, so he's trying to let me dissect this whole deal here. Okay, how many times?
700. I need 700 million.
And how long will I have to suck it? I mean, until fulfillment, or just
obviously
until I did it
until completion. Until completion.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
All right then. All righty then. All right. Anyways, let's talk about the second book in the in the doohickey here, and that would be Masterpiece by Mr. Brian Michael Bendis and Mr. Alex Maleev. This is the A cover from that book. This is. I'm always rooting for Bendis to come back with something big, after Powers and Ultimate Spider-Man, all that stuff. Could this be the book? I don't know. I mean, it's off to an okay start. This kid named Emma, she comes to this new school, and right away the teacher asks her to this is still a thing, I guess, to stand up in front of the class and talk about herself, which to some people is really their greatest fear, and she said so in the book. And then when she does, she's like cuffed and stuffed by the FBI. They really break into her class and take her away. And it looks like this billionaire has paid the FBI to pick her up because her parents. I mean, I guess she really never knew her parents, but her parents owe this dude like a shit ton of money, like millions of dollars. Though he's already rich, since he's a billionaire, and they worship money, it doesn't matter that I'm already rich. I want my money. I want the money that you owe me, period, full stop. So he tells her that you're going to have to do these things for me. These things, I guess, pull a heist or something like that. And she's kind of like taken aback. It's like, I don't even know. What do you mean? My name is Masterpiece. My name is Emma. Nope, your parents named you Masterpiece. They thought you were just their greatest accomplishment. And so they go into the history of how her parents were kind of like these super spies, and they not spies, but more like thieves, like international jewel thieves, and they would steal art and things like that. Just whatever they can steal is worth money. They would steal, And they set her up, I guess, changed her name, but somehow this guy who has resources was able to find her. And at the end of the book, there's a mysterious cane-wielding character that looks kind of like he's I don't know, maybe kind of like Stick from Daredevil, but maybe with more powers. And he's going to be a part of that story somehow, and I like to see how he works into it. So I would like to see what happens in the subsequent issues. So I'll give it another couple issues to see where it goes with that. Oh, yeah, and she's he knew her that the billionaire found her because she had this web comic called Unicorn Punch or Unicorn something, Unicorn Pow, and that's how he was able to find her. But if she had just stayed low, she turned into an influencer, but she had stayed low key, he would not have found her. So she had to give up her web comic, and now she's got to go do bad things for a bad guy. So I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a chance. The last thing I read by him was okay. That was this thing about these chosen people, the ones. The one before that was Joy Operations, which I didn't even finish reading. I've got to number 3, and I still haven't finished number 4 and 5 yet. So I was kind of let down by that one. I'm rooting for Bendis to have another comeback. this could be it. We'll see. You never know. What can I tell you? So
And you're right, Naman. And what up, Naman? Feel like I haven't had enough Naman in my life lately. Good.
There's never enough Naman. Naman is a man. All right. Thank you, dear. I mean, I never remember to do that. Thanks, folks. If you don't mind. I guess this thing called the algorithm likes that kind of jazz. I could care less, but hey.
Damn, algorithm.
Algorithm. All hail the algorithm. Yes. Because if you don't know what's good for you. They'll come get you. All right. So the next book is last week's penultimate book, Charred Remains. This is from, I'm not giving credit to, I did give credit to the last one. This is Anthony Cleveland, and Andrea Muti is the artist on this. And this is the Andrea Muti cover here. Charred Remains.
Poke and Joe reviewed this one. I haven't watched.
Oh, did he?
But it's on my list. Yeah.
Oh, I'll check that one out too, along with the Silent Night as well. I don't want to see something that I've already reviewed that I haven't reviewed yet, because I want to be influenced until after I do my review. Then I'll watch other folks' reviews. I'll definitely check that out. I'd love to see what he thinks about it. This is about a young lady who she was trapped in a fire at some point, and she's still emotionally scarred by this thing, as you imagine you might be. And she was rescued from the fire, and in spite of being chased by this man she called the Fireman, because he was literally made from fire, and he appeared in the fire. You can see like her just like crying and said, "The fireman's going to get me. He already killed my mom and dad." So she lost her family in this fire, and so she's become obsessed with finding this fireman. And 20 years later, or 12 years later, in New Orleans, she's working as, I think, kind of a social worker. She's helping homeless people on the streets and things like that. But she's still in her part-time, as she lives in her uncle's, in this outbuilding behind her uncle's store. She has a scanner, and she goes to the location of every fire in town. And so she gets the call, she hops on her cycle, and she heads out to the whatever fires there are, trying to run into that fireman again. So there's another instance here, as you might imagine. There's another fireman, a real firefighter, who is probably going to intersect with her at some point. He's only seen her from a distance as she films the fires. She just takes photos of all the fires, hoping to catch a glimpse of this guy at some point, but she has not been able to catch him yet. So at some point she's going to run into him. She is. And then also in the back, there's a preview of a book called Dear Editor.
I was like,
what the hell is that going on? I know, right?
Is this the bunny mask art? It looks like bunny mask.
It is. Andrea Muti is the artist. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And that's I don't know if it's digital watercolor or traditional watercolor, but watercolor is the most unforgiving medium. And Muti just does such a great job in whatever books that they're on. Because man, that's watercolor. There's no mistakes. There's no like, oops, I'll just cover it up with more paint. The oil painting is never finished, but watercolor is just, it is what it is. But the back of the book has this preview of a thing called Dear Editor, of an actual deer who's an editor, as you might imagine. So it's a literal name. And I don't know, I would love to know what, because you just hit the ground running with a preview, right? And the editor is like in the morgue checking on this case of some John Doe. And it's going to be coming out, I think, next month. Dear Editor will be. And, I'm kind of like, mouth agape, kind of like, what the hell is this? And probably wants to know what it's about, and probably thinks it could be very, very bad, or it could be like hilarious in some way, But the Dear Editor is a pretty badass, though. I mean, he's a buck, as you might imagine, by his big antlers. So I don't know, man. But as far as the main story goes, of Charred Remains, that's another one I would give another issue to see where that, not just because of Moody's art, even though Moody's art is definitely a reason to. Yeah. And I knew you were the first one to say that. Like, what the hell is happening here? But Moody's art is one plus. But yeah, I kind of would like to see where this goes because it's the fireman. There's got to be more to it than just a boogeyman in the fire. It's got to be hopefully a story that explains why this is happening to her. So, yes, I'll give it the thumbs up on this one as well. So, yeah, that's a keeper. I can find the books that Lynn sent me here. Now, as you know, people send a lot of books to me, and I eventually get around to reading all of them. And this week, the books submitted are from Lenovations Press, Lenovations Press, yes, and it's written by. You sent like a little letter to this 3-page. Wow, this is awesome. He describes all the stuff about the titles and everything. And he talks about these books being fun. And that's one thing I found. He sent me copies of this book called Section 12, which is kind of like a government agent superhero kind of thing. He said issue 1, issue number 2 has a super dope cover. I'll get too close, so you can't really see it that well. And there's another one called Section 12 Declassified. And the final one is Fantastic Fanboys Adventures. So, man, so let me tell you about yeah, I mean, the artist, for most of the books, the art is done by they're written, colored, and lettered by Lynn Mihilovich, and pencils and inks are by Phil Miller. Phil Miller is an exceptional artist. I love their style, man, and the colors in here, as you can see in the video here, are very similar. I think they were originally, some of them were published in the 90s, I think, because he said so in the back matter of some of the books. And he didn't mention it in the letter. If he did, I missed it. But they got a real serious 90s feel to it in a good way. Where is that? Section 12. Here we go. Let's see. Take a look at it. And in the heyday of all those there was some good stuff back in the 90s, man. There was something like the 90s, but there was some good stuff in the 90s. It was good in all genre, and the 90s is no different. Section 12 has got this guy who's his name, God, I forgot his name already, but he was part of a government experiment, and he got kind of Hulk-like powers. And they come on him slowly, like over hours. He becomes this creature within a matter of like maybe 12, 14 hours. And then they have some shot that they give him, and it reverts him back to his normal self for a short time. Then he's wash, rinse, repeat. It happens all over again. So he's trying to get a cure, but it seems like there was no cure for this thing that they've imposed on him from the government. There are some other characters. There's like a kind of a wolf man bat type of character who is on that team also. There's a woman called Misfire. Some of the names are like really cool too. She is she has electricity that shoots from her fingertips, and she absorbs electricity and all that stuff. And there's a couple of other characters in there too, but he's being recruited by this woman who's kind of like the leader of the Suicide Squad to be head of that team and just kind of like police all the rest of these folks. So what is his name? I saw his name. His name is a very cool. His name is Lieutenant Batterson. They haven't really come up with a name for him, but I think someone called him the Batterer, which is kind of cool too. There's some pretty good names in here. I like that stuff, man. And the colors is like so like, oh my God, just the primary colors and the high
Yeah, that
grade
looks
paper and
nice.
everything. I love this. This is very, very well executed. And the other one, the Fantastic Fanboys. This is this was the great cover that you mentioned before. This is just like 4 kids who are, and their dog, of course, a little Stranger Things esque kind of, but that's just, it's like a fun book, the 1970s actually, and they stood around making comics. If I had like 3 friends that I could make comics with, oh my God, where would I be now? I mean, maybe in 5th grade, we drew a little bit under the table, like, me and Harold. You remember Harold from back in those days? I mentioned him before. We were making the Awesome Five, but we didn't really have any organized, kind of a setup. But these kids are, they got this set up, and they got their own secret identities that they make for themselves. They're not actual, heroes, but they're writing these stories. They bouncing them off each other, and it's just a bunch of fun books, man. I mean, I appreciate you. Thank you, Lynn, for sending me these awesome books, man. This is and I got a link down in the description where you can pick them up actually from their website. And they have like a Patreon. They have a website. They have Drive Through Comics presence and an Indie Planet Comics as well. Well, I only put 2 links down below because I'm lazy, but they have a huge huge way to contact them, and a lot of ways to buy these books. So, man, I would definitely recommend, if you like fun books, that and most of them are pretty. I think even the section 12 is all ages. So, yeah, it's just a lot of good fun. The stuff you would sit down on Saturday and read and have some milk and cookies and enjoy, So there's that.
And what was the name of it again? It was
Section 12 is the superhero one. Section 12 Flashback is this series.
Lenovations Press.
Yeah. From Lenovations Press. Yes, from Lenovations Press is the imprint. Yeah, that's So man, that's just some of the, and that was been sitting there since I'm so far behind. He probably sent me it's like in July, maybe, and I'm just not getting around to it. So you sent me some stuff. I have not forgotten about you. I will get around to you. I promise. It will. And like I assured someone else, if someone tells you that they're going to get sent back from the post office, not true. As long as I pay my post office rent, they will hold it for eternity. In fact, one of the postmen said, "We got a weed whacker back here, but it said you're 3 years." So he was probably waiting to tell somebody about that. So yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. I mean, exactly, man. That's what I love so much. I was like, this is the stuff I used to read. Like, I mean, this, he taps into that whole nostalgia that guys like us feel for comics, and it was just fun, man. It was not super wordy, but it was funny in parts, man. Awesome. People out there making good stuff, man.
Very cool. I like it. The art style is cool.
Yes. All right, let's go to the share screen deal here, and we're going to talk about what's coming up next week. Did I miss new comics this week? Oh, there it is. There we go. Hey. Come on, you can do it. There it is. Awesome. Whew. Had me nervous there for a second. All right, so we made it. Looks like we made it. Let's start at the top. It's always good to start.
Now,
at the top.
Were you singing Shania Twain there, or what were you singing?
Oh, she did that too.
That could be so many songs. That's what came to my mind was Shania Twain. Looks like we made it.
I'm not sure that's the same song or not, but I was doing the Barry Manilow version. So how you like it now?
They said out there never make it, but just okay. Sorry.
Oh, sing that song. All
I
right.
love you, Shania. I do.
Shania Twain. Yeah. Yeah. That's good in all genres as far as I'm concerned. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So what are we looking at here? First up. I got confused here for a second. Oh, here we go. Yeah, man. Detective Comics is that bi-weekly still? I guess until this arc is over. As is Miles until this arc is over. They better not be going bi-weekly. I'm gonna drop them both like a hot bricks if they do that shit.
It's
And
funny that weird villain in Miles. They're
mhm.
making her a main villain for Miles. And I just thought she was a weird villain. So her whole setup is she's mad that Miles got the school voucher that she should have gotten. And so there's this sort of political argument against school vouchers inherent in the whole story. And it felt silly because like if I'm trying to get a school voucher and someone
No.
else in the same position as me is trying to get the same voucher and they get it, I don't know why I would blame them for getting what I want. It doesn't really make sense, but I guess a villain doesn't have to make sense. But I don't know. It was weird.
It's always someone else's fault. Always.
Yeah.
It's never responsible. No one takes responsibility for anything nowadays, man. It's always somebody else's fault, no matter what. It just says a sense of entitlement. People feel entitled to something. If I didn't get it, I must have been cheated of it. It was stolen. That's what's out there now. That's in the zeitgeist. So
Maybe it's not as weird as I thought. Then I was like, I
no.
thought that character was weird, but apparently she's going to be a main villain.
It's sad that that's a thing now, but not unusual. Yeah. So since it's such a slow week, let's take a look at Ghost Rider.
Tree
It's
is
like
back.
oh my God, it is back. I tell you, Ghost Rider is ending again. So number 21 will be the last of this run of Ghost Rider. And when it first started, I was kind of on it.
What's this Ghost Rider's name?
I think it's in the beginning when I was reading it was Johnny Blaze, but I think they changed to some other dude like in mid story. This one is still Johnny Blaze, so it says here. Yeah, Johnny Blaze.
There's
still.
a new Ghost Rider in the Hulk book, right? Is that a first appearance? I didn't
There
look
is.
that up.
Yeah, there is a new Ghost Rider in the Hulk, but this is not Johnny Blaze. I don't know if he's really a true, honest to goodness Ghost Rider or not.
Yeah, he seems to be from World War II or something.
Yeah,
and he's riding a motorcycle that looks like a Captain America motorcycle,
like some old vintage, like was it not a Harley? Is it? Yeah, some Eagle or something like something. I'm not a motorcycle guy at all, but it's some vintage motorcycle. It's like yeah. So we will see. I haven't read today's one that came out today, but that's interesting. So pick up that last issue of volume 6, Ghost Rider number 21, Final Legacy, until we start over again.
Yeah, I'm good. I've never been on Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Well, lucky you. You don't have to deal with it coming to an end after 21 issues. That's a pretty long run for Marvel, though, I have to say. All right, yeah. You're looking at World Tree. Yeah, World Tree is coming back, and I can't wait for it to come back.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's going. I don't really understand what's going on. Like,
World Tree?
That's usually the case with Tynan.
Yeah. But you figure he's going to a good place. Hopefully. What else? She-Hulk again. See, it doesn't seem like it's been a month for She-Hulk. I mean, time just passes so fast when you get old, man. It doesn't seem like it's Wednesday again already. It's like it was just Wednesday. I'll probably say that a lot, but stick around. Keep on living. I say that a lot too. All right, Duke, number 1.
Duke of Earl. Duke.
Exactly.
Duke.
Oh man, I didn't think you would know that one. All right. Codename G.I. Joe starts here, baby. So man, and Joshua Williamson is writing it.
So what is this? The Evergen? Is it called Evergen?
The Energon. The Energon universe.
Energon.
Yes, the Energon universe with Transformers and Void Rivals and G.I. Joe and who else is in there? Somebody else is in there. What else? What do we got here? We got a David Aja cover. Got a blank. I think I ordered the A cover only on this one. That's a John Jang. John Jang, man, he's doing
Jang Gang.
Yeah, they say exclusive. Oh wow, that's intense. The only thing I didn't like about G.I. Joe, the cartoon, I never read the comic book. I don't know was the comic book the same as the cartoon? But in the cartoon, they would be like shooting everywhere, and nobody ever got shot. Nobody ever got shot. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Nobody got a flesh wound. Come on. It's like, what is this? Just play bullets, not even paintball. So this is more realistic. I hope it's more realistic, I should say. What else we got? Is there any other cool covers? Incentive, all incentive. Oh, Tyler Boss has a 1 for 10 incentive covers. That's our guy from what's the furthest place?
What's the furthest place? Yeah.
Yeah, that's very what's the furthest placey too. Oh wow, that's nice. I like that. 1 for 10. I might get that one just to represent. Steve Epting. It's pretty nice. Let's see. Steve Epting's looks like. Okay, this is a what? This is a 1 for 25. Okay. Oops. Be still. Hope y'all not getting motion sickness out there.
I get it bad.
Hey. Do you really? Oh man, you and Janet. Yeah, I never have that problem.
Never be an astronaut. Never could I be an astronaut.
Never take a roller coaster ride?
No, I'm scared because I don't want to get sick. Yeah.
I used to love roller coasters, but I just got bored with them. I never had motion sickness though. I just I've done that. What else can you do? You shake me up, you turn me upside down, you turn me on the side. I've done it all. This is John Boy.
I gotta take drugs.
No way. See, the motion
it's torture. Yeah, it's torture.
I don't mind the motion as much as I mind the the fear of actually riding a rocket full of fuel.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. They say it's safer than riding in a car. I don't really.
Technically,
but but the motion sickness is like it's I gotta have the thing on my neck, and I gotta take the pill, whatever it is.
You're almost like B.A. Baraka.
I'm a wuss.
Yeah,
I'm a wuss
like
when it comes to
Mr.
that.
T. You gotta knock him out for it to fly. Ain't get on no plane. All right.
Yes, I hate it. I wish it wasn't true about me, but it is.
The thing I hate most about it is like being crammed into that little thing with all these people and then going through the TSA. But that's another story. I love John Boy, man. John Boy has got some
being randomly selected. I'm always randomly selected. It's weird.
Oh, you're always randomly selected, man.
Actually,
come on, man.
I don't have a problem in the States, but in Mexico, I always get randomly selected.
This is a 1 for 250 from David Mack. Odds of me laying hands on this are probably slim to none, but it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna get it though. I'm definitely gonna get it. Duke #1.
None for me.
None for you. What? I'm all in on the Energon universe now, man. I gotta stick with it. All right. Silent Batman I wonder if this was the one that Pokemon Joe was talking about. This Silent Night #4.
No one talking about Avengers Inc., man. I have not heard anybody talking about that.
God, I bought the first issue. They hadn't even read it. And it was like, how many months ago? I'll get to it eventually or not. But guess what? There's another timeless, baby. There's a timeless every year. And this one has got my boy, Luke Cage. My boy. And the debut of 2 Marvel icons. I guess it's Moon Knight Unending and Old Man Power Man.
Okay, it's an old Luke Cage because that doesn't look like the mayor of New York to me.
No, Timeless bounces around, like like the timely, the whole
Okay.
time universe thing. It bounces around in the timeline. So this is like another version of Moon Knight and another version of Luke Cage, who has acquired some sort of powers and apparently is now also immortal, because he's got the Iron Fist. He's got some other things. What does he got? I don't know. He's got a bunch of stuff. He got a smoking beard and a big belt, like he wrestles. So this is definitely one I have pre-ordered for sure, and I'll probably get some of these other covers too, because I love them other covers. There's the Inhyuk Lee cover, which is kind of cool. I mean, they're ending Noon Night. They're ending Moon Knight, so I don't know if this Moon Knight will tie into the end of the current Moon Knight. Sorry, Moon Knight fans, if y'all don't know, the series is ending. Of course, there's a reach around cover here from Alex Ross. It's it's kind of nice too.
80s guy, don't you have to have 2 accounts with them to do that? Because aren't those always one per those incentives? They're only 1 copy.
And it looks like Doom is going to become the Sorcerer Supreme, according to this spoiler cover here. Who's the artist on this spoiler cover? Massafera spoiler cover. So yeah, Timeless is something that I will definitely check out.
It's a dope cover.
So, yeah, I do love that. Nicolas Cage. Yeah, Jose World Tree is back, and we've got it. Got 2 copies of the one. Oh, really? Huh.
Good man. Getting your son in the game. Good man. I need to get my
you're a good dad, 80s guy. My old man never bought me a comic book. That fucker. All right. Next one. Back to what's the next here, folks? Let's see. So Timeless does not ring your bell, huh? Not gonna pick that up?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. See, I'm all in now. Ever since the first round of Timeless, I'm all in on Timeless.
They've all been separate, right? They're not running together at all, right?
No, they're basically, I think Marvel uses them as a preview for what they're going to be doing in the upcoming year. Sometimes they stick to those storylines, and sometimes you don't see that character. Like, sometimes speculation is running rampant when you see what's going to happen with you see this character. Like there was some different looking, was it a Miles character or some other character, and they were speculating that this was going to be a thing, and it didn't turn out to be a thing, at least not yet. So maybe they're saying in the future some of these characters will appear in stories going forward. But Universal Monsters #3, I haven't read #2 yet. #1 was very good. I've heard that Conan the Barbarian, I've only read the first one, but that first one was very nice. Talk about tapping into our nostalgia. No One #7. That's going to like #10. That's headed for my catch up Saturday next time. Daily Hands of Kung Fu Gang War. You lost me. You had me at Daily Hands of Kung Fu. You lost me at Gang War. All right, I'm not going to get that. Sandman Universe. All about that. That is awesome. Local Man's been pretty good too, though I've fallen a bit behind on it. Anyone read that Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Battle World 2? I read #1 and it was like, all right, whatever. It was nothing big. I didn't like it as much as I liked the Superior Spider-Man, which I can actually pronounce now. Oh, I tell you what though. Yeah, Edenwood #3 is coming out. Holy Roller #2. Also, I haven't picked up #1 yet, so I need to see if that's any good or not. The Book of Butcher. The Book
Another one
of
shot.
Butcher. Another
Is it a
one shot. It is, in fact, a one shot, sir. It is a $10 one shot by the big man himself, Deladera and Mirato. So this follows more of Maxine Slaughter's switch from the white masks to the black masks. And that's good because that means she may be taking Erica's job, because now that they kind of like, Erica's on the run and they've disowned her. She's the new premier slayer. And that's good because those white masks are assholes, man. Those white masks. Oh God. Just awful people. Terrible people. Also, the Book of Slaughter. I just realized this. I thought that was a first appearance in there, and I was right. The Book of Slaughter is the first cameo appearance of Bait. Look back at it. He's in there for like one panel, maybe two panels. They may be calling by his name for one time, so they may not qualify as a first appearance, but they're throwing like daggers at him. And he's like, whatever. Just standing there like, I'm Bait.
Oh, okay.
And Bait is pretty badass. So I'm thinking that Book of Slaughter, even though it's a nothing book now, a lot of people consider it that because it was $10 and a lot of people probably didn't buy it. So if Bait becomes a thing at some point in the House of Slaughter, you see that book laying in the dollar bin, which I've seen it there. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy things over spec. It feels like spec is
$1 I would. I got mine for $1.
I bought it because I am a sucker for this shit.
Oh, well, I paid $10 for the first issue because I'm a sucker, and then I found some in the dollar bin. Yeah, I'll take all of these. So, yeah, I mean, it's just James T. and this story. It's got so many possibilities. Jay Lee.
Do you think we have another Walking Dead in there? Like, do we have another comic book explosion?
That's a big call. That's a big call, but The Walking Dead was on a different network. I mean, Netflix.
I read.
I don't know.
I hope it's one of my books, the next big thing.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope this is it. I hope this is one of them. In fact,
it could be, but I wouldn't put all my eggs in this basket.
But Netflix is known to kill a lot of comic stuff. For some reason,
easily. It could be another Jupiter. I'll be so disappointed.
I hope not. God, that would suck balls.
I would be so upset. That's why I'm preparing myself mentally.
That would be just dreadful.
Canceled after something. House of Slaughter season 1 canceled after one season.
One season, unceremoniously. J.N. Soletto.
What I like that. He's had some really nice covers, man.
Yeah,
he's had some
really unknown comics. Yeah, this is.
I bought one of them. I can't remember which issue.
Yeah, that's smoking right there, and I like this one. No, that was So they got two exclusive do unknown comics. This one is Lobos, and it puts me in mind of Adam Hughes just a wee bit. Am I imagining that, or you see a little bit of AH action in that style? And no disrespect, but it's dope. I like it.
I see the Fight Club guy. Or Fight Girls? Who's the Fight Girls guy? Cho. I see Cho.
You got one too? Jay Lee?
No, that's what that cover looks like. It looks like the.
You'll see. And in style, yeah. There's Cho makes his women a little thicker though. Adam Hughes does too, but
definitely not thick enough.
Yeah, Cho takes it to extra thickness. So yeah,
I ain't mad at him. Do your thing, homie.
Exactly. All right. So this like
Oh, that's the big one. People going crazy over that one. That was a hot book.
The Justice League and Godzilla?
Yeah, the one that made the sound when you open it. Yeah.
I thought about
Godzilla's a big deal. Went and saw Godzilla -1, and it's like people are losing their mind over it. I thought it was a beautiful movie. I didn't lose my mind over it, but it was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Godzilla guy, but I'll probably see it when it comes to TV. I just, I'm not going to go to the theater for it.
It's worth watching.
Yeah,
The
I'll be
thing I
able to
really
watch
liked about it is it's a period piece. It starts right after the end of World War II. One of the main characters is a kamikaze pilot who did not do his job as a kamikaze pilot. So part of his character is dealing with that guilt. And so there's lots, like, the more I think about it, the more I like it. Like, I like it now more after thinking about it than I did while I was watching it. I will definitely say that.
it. Mm,
It's one of those, there's a lot to think about and there's a lot of interesting things about it. But it's beautifully shot. And the thing I'll say about it is, like, there's a scene at the end that you entirely, like, it's very formulaic. You see the story unfolding. You kind of know how it's going to go. You know, this character is going to come back and do all of these things. And right up until the end, like this last thing, it's going to happen. And when it happened, it still made me tear up.
oh,
And in that moment, that told me that they had done the right character work to make me care about these people, even though I saw it all coming and it was all
yeah,
obvious to me. I still cared because they set it up correctly. I cared about those people. So
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely worth seeing. A lot of people calling it the best movie of the year. I don't know if I would go there. Although I mean, what movies have been better? I don't know, but definitely worth seeing in a theater if you're willing to see it in the theater.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm all
Speaking of
for a good movie.
have you seen the new movie with was it American Fiction?
No.
And it's look it up, Janet, look it up. I'm gonna see if I can't get my friends to go see it. I saw the trailer today. It has that one dude from Westworld. I can't remember his name. The
The new
bald black
Westworld,
dude.
right?
Yeah, the bald black guy in it.
Uh-huh.
It has Issa from Insecure, which I love her. She's so
Issa
fine.
Rae is in there?
Oh my
Wow. Okay.
gosh, she was so fine. But she's in it. But the gist of the story is, it's a writer creates a black story making fun of black stereotypes, and it ends up being a huge hit. It's with white people. So it's a super interesting setup. It's getting all kinds. Yeah, Jeffrey Wright. Thanks, 80s guy. That's his name, Jeffrey Wright. It's getting
What's it
all
called
kinds of
again?
hype. American Fiction, I believe it's called. Yeah,
Huh.
it's getting all kinds of hype. So check it out, guys. I texted my friends today. I sent them the trailer, and I was like, "Who wants to go see this movie with me?" So I don't know if it's in select theaters now, but when it gets everywhere, I'm definitely gonna go see it. Hopefully,
Okay.
I don't know if it's good, but it looks good.
All right. All right. Thanks for that tip. All
There you go.
right. All right. What do we got next? Book of Butcher. You probably already ordered some, haven't you? I know you must have ordered one.
Actually, I just ordered more from my shop because he asked me about it. I was like, "Yeah, I might as well."
Oh, hell
Why not?
yes. Hell yes. Yes. Yeah. So all right. So man, let's talk about your slim pickings. I hate to invoke that man's name so much, but that's what it is. Um Sirens in the City, number 6. I think the last one of that. Ribbon Queen, number 6. We picking both of those up. Uh gosh. The Expanse. So do you like The Expanse? Have you read the Expanse comic?
I am pulling it. I read the first couple of issues, but I have not. I wanted to read it all together. But yeah, I absolutely love The Expanse, and this is a continuation of the TV show, which the TV show is spectacular.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm not
Okay.
caught up, but I'm definitely pulling it. I love it. I'm buying a stupid amount of the covers for it.
Good for you. Stand by your book.
What
I
in
like it.
tarnation?
Exactly. The Sickness, like I knew it was not going to come out this week and probably won't come out next week, but that's okay because I got to catch up on it anyway. I'm going to reread the whole. Oh my
You
God.
gotta,
Oh my
you gotta
God.
share it
Elizabeth.
again. You stop sharing.
Coming to join you. What happened?
You stop sharing the new comics.
Did I?
Did I?
I didn't mean to. I was looking at them.
Yeah, we're
What the
not
hell
looking
happened?
at.
What the hell happened? What the hell happened? It just disappeared on me, man. That's not right. That's not right at all. All
Yeah,
right.
Damien. And like I said, the FOC for Christmas Day is empty. I don't know if it's Previews World messing up or if it's actually empty, but there's only like 9 books total. Look at it again.
All right, one more time. Maybe it's my RAM. The thing is, my computer is like this. My laptop is like almost 9 years old. It's like in computer years, it's like 90 years old. So it's like it's an elderly laptop. So it probably doesn't have enough RAM and processing and all that stuff.
Yeah,
to handle
9
all this
years.
stuff.
9 years is a good
9
amount of
years.
time.
That's a good amount. Hey, it's been a workhorse though. I don't want to buy a new one because the new one's got, like, other than being very expensive as well, they give you less ports. Like, what the fuck, Apple? So I guess if I get a new computer, it might have to be a Microsoft computer. First, I've never bought one before, but they're driving me away. They're just
damn you, Apple.
They've done it. They've done it. They've done it. Damn you to hell, Apple. Anyway, look what's on the horizon, dude. Gangster ass barista. What's the over under on whether it comes out next week? What do you think? It could happen. It could happen. I mean, we're just talking
plus 350.
Plus 350. We talked it up last week, and there it is. I blame you. So next thing you know, something else. Leaded gasoline, which I'm looking for a cancellation any day from my comic shop to say that might be coming out. But yeah, that's this. God willing. And Slow Burn #3. I got to read #2. That's a good book too, about that forever burning fire, based on the real forever burning fire in Pennsylvania. And Dwellings also hopefully will be coming out next week, as we hope. Now, another one I want to take a look at, Rad Wraith. It's also numbers 1 and 3, looks like. I don't know what's going to happen with that. And 2, God, I mean, they just like, it's just like they just did a jumble of books and just threw them all at the wall in here and see, this might come out, that might come out. But I want to take a look at one that we already talked about, if I can find it, in this slew of books here. Where are we? Here we go. Planetary Expansion. This is from our friends at Critical Entertainment. They sent me a copy of Planetary Expansion, but the cover looks different than this one. So thanks, guys. I'm going to get to read that very soon. They sent me a couple copies of it, actually. This is about the folks abandoning their lives on Earth, 1,000 people, and being sent out into the solar system to establish a new society. So I already got my copy, so I'm ahead of the curve. So whenever it comes out, I'll review it, or maybe before that, hopefully. All right, so where are we? Am I still sharing? Thank God. Yes.
Yes.
Man, oh man. I may have to. I know too, man. Windows 95. Oh God Almighty. I don't know nothing. Windows is just. Oh my God. I mean, I'm gonna have to get a
go. We're gonna party like it's Windows 95.
Yeah, they are, man. They're like totally dead. I mean, just like what can I tell you? What can I tell you? I tell you what. That's it. It's that time already. We've come to we've got to the penultimate book time already, because there's just so few good books out there, folks. I had to dig deep and dig even deeper to find a good one. So here we go. is time for the
Let's
penultimate
go.
book. And this week, the penultimate book is Distemper #1 from Blood Moon Comics. That's right. Blood Moon Comics. Let that sink in. All right. So, and God bless. I mean, man, they made their own trailer. I so love when they make their own trailers. God, it saved me a little bit of work, you know. And here it is. Folks,
intense.
It was intense, wasn't it? It was they make these really dope trailers, but many times they don't tell anything about the book. I guess you can look those up yourself, look that information up yourself. So, but it was an intense trailer. Love it, love it. So let's read a little bit about that book. Just getting by in this post-apocalyptic shell of a world where man's best friend has caused the death of 90% of humanity is already hard enough. But it becomes exponentially more deadly when a group of survivors inadvertently rescue a kidnapped woman and find themselves inexorably dragged into an unrelenting struggle against a family of better armed and much more dangerous adversaries. Oh, I hate when that happens. Yes. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Like
And yes. Written by Tony Bushnell, art by Ninad Sabitkin, I want to say. And it has some cool covers too. Other one by B. Gonzalez, which is kind of nice. But the one I really liked was this one. He was just like a movie. I love some movie comic book covers. That noise is coming your way. Yeah, I mean, I kind of am wary because it's using dogs as the as the source of this plague, I guess, and we love dogs, and I hate to see anything. I still haven't watched John Wick 1. I still haven't seen. I want to see it so bad, but I just
That's the
can't bring
only
myself
one
to
I've
watch.
watched.
Really? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Damien. Exactly what I'm thinking. But and there was like, what was that? Chernobyl, the Chernobyl series on HBO, I think, about that horrible, stupid thing that happened with the reactor. There was a part where they had to like kill all the animals and stuff. Man, still haven't finished that series. It's just too realistic. I know it was theatrical, but us animal lovers. I mean, even it's animals, kids, defenseless people. It's just hard to watch them even in a fictitious environment. So, but it looks like it's a good premise, and the week was slow as a mofo. So I had to pick something. I don't want to leave y'all hanging with other penultimate book. What's that like?
I do want to pick a book too. This book actually, it's Rad Wraith. It looks like,
which one?
It looks like
you got 3 to pick from.
3 of them are 1, 2, and 3 are all coming out. So 1 and 2 of this actually came out originally with Black. What was the Scout one? What was their thing? Black something.
Black Caravan.
It came out on Scout's Black Caravan label, but that got canceled, and so Rad Wraith got canceled along with it. But they're starting it over again So 1 and 2 has already come out originally, but they're redoing 1 and 2, and also adding 3. And it's about a little kid who gets bullied and finds power of the ability to turn into this skateboarder zombie character. So it's actually a little kid that can become it. I actually like this story. And your comic book son, Scotty Vaughn over at S182 interviewed the writer Tristan Gallagher from Coast City Comics. So check that out on S182's channel as well. But I genuinely like this book. I'm genuinely looking forward to the continuation of the story in 3. So if a kid with the power to turn into a zombie skateboarder sounds interesting to you, give this one a look.
It does to me. I have number 1. I loved it, but I just wasn't sure when the next one would come out. So I would be all over getting it again.
Finally happening. All 3.
We've
been waiting so long. They're giving us all 3 at once.
Was it Scout was the original publisher, or no? Who was the original publisher?
The original was Scout's.
The Black Caravan. Okay,
yeah.
That's their horror imprint. Okay.
Yeah, so they got rid of that. So now they're just moving it over to Scout. Yeah, Black Caravan is what it was called.
Is Black Caravan done now? It's no longer a Black Caravan?
It is.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, man.
Because that's what happened with this book. This book was on Black Caravan and had 2 issues in, and then number 3 never came out. And that's what it looks like they're re-releasing the Black Caravan books too, because that's what that one was.
They are, because that's what the double feature I think is about. The Scott the Rat Race double feature is about that. Yeah.
But the double features on the Scout label though, but they also have the original on the Black Caravan there, that number 2.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that's also releasing or what.
And that's hard to find too, man. I've been, I did like the first. I just haven't been able to find the release dates have been like up there, and I just they got lost in the shuffle. But yeah, definitely check that out, and check out Scotty's show, for that awesome interview.
And Jose's a brony; it's official.
Are you a brony, Jose? Hey, I'm not here to judge. Oh, my little pony. Oh, my little pony. I heard, I heard good things about that. People you're not the only one, a lot of people are bronies, and no shame in that.
No, I think he was just
all right.
joking. And same to you, Larry.
If
Happy
you are,
New Year, Merry Christmas.
I never get sarcasm, I'm one of those guys. All right, the final book. Finally, for the final book, I get a rock drop in here somehow. Finally, the last book is going to be Machine Girl and the Space Hell Engels. What the hell is an Engel? Like an angel, but not with an E? The hell is that? And this is written by Max.
Look at that under
the artist
camera angle right there. Huh?
It's the upskirt camera for the Machine Girl thing here.
It's for me, guys. This book is for me.
Guess who is the cover artist on this cover?
I don't immediately recognize it.
Little sweet paprika action might refresh your memory.
It's Mirka?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't tell.
There she is right there. She's just a naughty little girl doing all those naughty covers.
I mean, yeah, she does like to do the naughty.
She does like to do the naughty stuff. So yeah. Praise for a high-octane journey as Machine Girl returns. Apparently she's been out before.
Buy this book for Janet. Looks like she's in.
Janet loves to mock stuff like this because she's, oh my God, this is just like so brazenly sexual. Because it is, but
yeah, baby.
But hey, guys,
sex sells.
But it's funny because a woman did this, but that's Marika. She's. Yeah,
why shouldn't a woman get paid off of it too? Huh?
That's right. Oh God. So, yeah, I don't know nothing about Machine Girl, but I know I like this cover. So there it is.
I like women.
You don't say. I had not heard that about you.
I like underboob.
Oh gosh, I tell you. All right, so
It'll
where are we
take a
at?
moment to restore chaos.
It will in
What
fact
up,
take a
C
moment to restore
Bizzle?
it. Oh gosh, is C Bizzle in the
Couching and
house?
slouching with C Bizzle. What's up, homie? Good to see you.
Oh, what's up, C Biz?
Hitting that
Yeah.
like button. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Oh, yes, thank you, sir. All right, so I guess we come to the end of our journey. Let's see where we at. I can stop sharing now. Because sharing is
Yeah.
caring.
Underboob. Not seeing is more powerful than seeing. I realized that as a kid. There was this picture of this model, and she's in the fridge, and she's drinking milk, and she's got a shirt on that says milk, but it's cut off to where you just see the bottom of her beautiful. And it was at that point as a kid where I realized, man, it's really better to not see it. To just to almost see it.
Oh,
Because that picture drove little Marcus absolutely bonkers, dude. Like crazy. Like
and by little Marcus,
crazy.
you're referring to your wang.
Yeah. Oh, I mean little Marcus and little Marcus. Yeah, I mean it in both ways. So
excellent.
I think we're losing that, the power of that with our easy access to Pornhub and all that, like just
Oh,
the power of it being almost
understated.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah,
much more powerful.
yeah. I mean, like I said, even in the old days, the porn would be more creative. They would like have like a whole theme and a take off, and now they just go to a hotel. All right, this is where we're gonna shoot it right here. There's
I
some
think
producer's house. You know?
I think there's a lot of young men who have easy access to Pornhub, and their thoughts and expectations are being entirely warped. Because I've experienced it myself, where like kind of I can feel myself being warped, my reality being warped by the fake reality that's presented in these
Yeah.
pornos. You start to believe the bullshit. Man, maybe I could get a job as a plumber and just show up to this. It's like
That happens all the time. All the time. Well,
maybe
I have a leak in
maybe
my sink. She
maybe
has to
she
join
could really
lingerie.
maybe she could really get stuck in her washer and dryer. It's just the absurdness.
Well, we're Victoria's Secrets. Yes.
Yes,
It
and
happens
Mary
all the time.
underboobs to you too, Damien.
Yes. Mary underboobs everybody. Yes. Until next week, folks, have a merry underboob Christmas. And we'll be back here, with our Christmas presents, and looking forward to New Year, and with our mediocre books from the stuff I just showed you. So maybe 2 or 3 of them. The great state of Kansas. Yes, right. All right. Merry underboobs
Do
all,
you
and
know
to
what
all a
state?
good night.
Can you tell what state this really is? It's not the state of Kansas. Do you know what state it is?
Wisconsin?
No,
Iowa.
Missouri.
Missouri?
Missouri.
Oh, so it's like
That's
a stab at Kansas or something. This is the greater state of Kansas,
so.
something like that.
So the joke was years ago. It was when we won our first Super Bowl. Trump said something about the Chiefs being from Kansas, and so we just got these shirts where because the Chiefs are from Missouri.
Are they?
So you didn't know that either.
Are they in Kansas City, Kansas? They're not in
No,
Kansas City, Missouri? In Kansas City,
no,
Missouri? On the
they're in
Missouri side.
Missouri. Yes.
No, I didn't know that. Oh,
Really? You thought they were on the Kansas side? No, they're on the
dude,
Missouri side.
I didn't
Although
know.
that might change actually. I don't know how possible it is, but right now we're going through this thing with the Royals and the Chiefs where they want a new stadium. And the Royals want to actually move their stadium to downtown Kansas City, which I think would be stupid because it's already crammed down there. But there's a possibility that Kansas could get one or both of the teams. We have this little area called Legends, which is actually just north of where I live on 435. It's where Sporting KC plays, our soccer team. But we could easily fit the Chiefs over there and or the Royals over there, and that would be great. So we'll see what happens with this new stadium. But if Jackson County, Missouri doesn't play ball, Wyandotte County is absolutely ready and willing to play ball. So we'll see.
All right, then. Well, get ready to get one world championship team and one okay baseball team on the way up.
Eliminate Missouri. Just make one state called Kansas. Let's do it.
Yeah, there
Eliminate Missouri is unnecessary, guys. Just make it Kansas.
Let's make it all one big thing, huh? I hear you.
One big state.
Well, on that note, folks, we will wish you a Merry Christmas and to all a good night. And we look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all next week, hopefully. I hope you're spending the holidays in good health and with good company wherever you are. And yeah, that's all I got. Be sure to check out my comic son Marcus here on Instagram with his memes and all that stuff, and of course the FOC and Chill, which also has those burning questions that we all need to.
What's your number? What's your number?
What's your number? What's your number? What would you do it for? I mean, man, I'll eat you. Yeah.
52 dicks a year. How much money?
Lorenzo,
is 100,000 enough for you, Lorenzo? It's like
100,000. Not even the ballpark. We're not even negotiating yet.
We need Shohei Ohtani money. I need 700 million.
I'd rather sleep on a hollow log and drink muddy water than have to do that. But anyway, next time, folks, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching on the replay. All those folks that watch on the replay, we appreciate you too. And man, peace and love, and
peace, love, and underboobs.
And underboobs. Let's not forget that. And a Merry Christmas. See y'all later.
Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!